Urgent my screen. Yes. Yes. If you when you are creating an dynamic project, when you're creating a dynamic project, then you require some space or you required some database to store your records, to store the records what you are getting and what you are showing. Suppose if you have some registration form in your project, then you need database to store that data or that registration data in your into the database. So today I'm going to start the how to insert, update, delete the CRUD operations by using the PHP. Okay, first, what is SQL or the MySQL? Yes, anybody know about the SQL? SQL सबने किया है? यस, एसक्यूएल के बारे में माई एसक्यूएल यूज किया है आपने कभी? सब लोगों ने यूज किया ही होगा आई थिंक माई एसक्यूएल. Yes, then why we use the what is the need of the SQL? Means it is used to store the data. It is a database management system and it is also runs on a web, it also runs on a server, and it works with the both small and the large applications. We can use the SQL with both and the large with both small and the large applications. Yes, to store the data in database. Yeah, it is used to store the data or it is used to manipulate the data. We can manipulate data by using the MySQL or the database. Manipulate means we can store, we can insert, update, delete, we can view or the see, and we can fetch the data from the database by using the MySQL. So MySQL is the most widely used database system. ये बहुत ज़्यादा यूज होता है and it is easy to use. It is easy, reliable and very fast. ये बहुत easy है यूज करने में. It works faster and ये reliable भी है. It is reliable and it can work with the multiple platforms. ये multiple platforms में run कर सकता है. It can support multiple languages. Means with multiple language we can use the database or the MySQL with Java, with Python, with PHP, with C, with I think .NET, ASP.NET. Yes, we by so many languages we can use the database or the we can use the MySQL. ये सारे लैंग्वेज के साथ यूज किया जा सकता है एंड इट इज ए डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड वन आल्सो मींस ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड डेटाबेस की तरह भी वर्क करता है. सो MySQL database is used to store the data and it is reliable, faster and easier to use and it stores the data in a tabular form means it stores the data in a tables. So first we have to create the tables and we can create the table by both by directly go to the database or directly or by code also. So it stores the data in the tables. What is a table? A table is a collection of the rows and the columns. It is a combination of row and the columns. ठीक है. Next आता है what is means with PHP we can also use the database. By PHP, by using the PHP we can manipulate the data. By using the PHP and database or the MySQL we can also manipulate the data. We can also store, update, delete and fetch the data from the database by using the PHP and the MySQL. Okay. In PHP or the in database, uh, just comment this. So in in database there is a term comes query. Query क्या होते हैं पता है? What is query? Yes, what is query? Query is just same as code in SQL. Okay. Yeah, we can also say that the code in the SQL. So query is a question or a request which we are sending to the database for for getting or for fetching or for inserting, for deleting, updating the particular record or particular information, and it returns the data in the form of the record set. Means suppose if I am writing here select name from, and so this is a query for, this is a query for the selecting the name from the employee table. So this it is a query. ये क्या है? ये query है. It is a question which we are sending to the database, or we are asking from the MySQL or the database, and it returns all the names present in the employee table in the form of the record set. ये क्या करता है? हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? डेटाबेस से क्वेरी कर रहे हैं, क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं कि please select all the names present in the employee. So it will return all the employee name. So it returns all the employee name from the database, from the employee table, and it returns in which form it will return? It will return the data in the form of the record set. ये क्या करता है कि record set में हमें सारे data को return करता है. ठीक है? In PHP, there are two types of the database. Means there are two types of the query we are using. The first one is the MySQL extension by using the, means in MySQL database we are using the MySQL extension, and the second one is the PDO. Just a minute. This is the PDO is the objects, PHP data objects. So we are using these two types of the queries by with in PHP. So just write in the small because MySQLi means PHP is working with a MySQL database by using these two extension, or by using these two things. First one is the MySQLi extension, and the next one is the PDO, PHP data objects. So what is MySQLi? So in I think so I think before PHP 5, now we are using the PHP 7, we are using the new version of the PHP. I think before PHP 5, the MySQLi extension is used as the MySQL. This is the new version, and this, sorry, and this one is the older. So पहले क्या करता हमारा, बिफोर PHP 5 वी, पहले कौन सा एक्सटेंशन यूज होता था, माई एसक्यूएल एक्सटेंशन इज यूज्ड, and after PHP 5, from the PHP 6, PHP 7, in PHP 7 we are using the MySQLi extension. So sometimes they are asking, in interviews they are asking, what is the difference between the MySQL and MySQLi, or the what is the why I is there, means why I stands for, ये I क्यों stand करता है. So why I stands for, तो I just stands for, we can improved. So it is the improved version of the MySQL extension. So in older version we are using the, it means I think till 2012 we are using the MySQL extension, the older version. So after that they improved some queries, or they improved some functions in the MySQL extension, and after that, after 2012 they add MySQL and they add I in the last in each and every function. So when you are going to insert and when you're going to connect with the database, then in each and every MySQL function there is the MySQL I is there. हर एक फंक्शन में MySQL I होगा ही, क्योंकि this is the improved version and this is the improved form of the MySQL extension. So after 2012 we are using this MySQLi extension, and the next one is the PDO. And what is the difference? There are different slides. There are some difference between the MySQL and the PDO. So there is some difference between the MySQL and the PDO. What is the difference? The MySQLi extension is only used with the MySQL database. Means it is used with only the MySQL database. But PDO, the PHP data objects, its advantage is that it will work with the 12 different database systems. जो PDO है हमारा PHP डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट जो होता है वो हम लोग, it works with the 12 different database systems. ये अलग अलग 12 different types of database system के साथ वर्क करता है ये PDO हमारा. जो भी PHP डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स है, it works with the 12 different databases. But MySQLi works with the MySQL. ये सिर्फ MySQL के साथ ही वर्क करता है, और कोई भी अदर डेटाबेस के साथ ये वर्क नहीं करेगा. सपोज इफ यू हैव, अगर आपको कंफर्म है, इफ यू आर कंफर्म दैट योर प्रोजेक्ट शुड बी इन अ सिंगल, इन योर प्रोजेक्ट देयर इज ओनली सिंगल डेटाबेस इज यूज, सिर्फ सिंगल डेटाबेस ही यूज होगा, देन यू कैन यूज दिस MySQLi एक्सटेंशन. अगर आपको जाके सपोज फ्यूचर में अगर आपको कुछ और डेटाबेस, अदर डेटाबेस सिस्टम लगने वाला है, तो इज द बेस्ट वे टू यूज द PDO. उस समय क्या करना आपको, ये PHP डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट से यूज करना बेहतर होगा, क्योंकि अगर आपने MySQL एक्सटेंशन पहले यूज किया है, अगर if you want to change the database system, if you want to change the another database system, then you have to change all the codes. जो भी आप इंसर्ट का, कनेक्शन का, या फिर अपडेट का जो भी आपने कोड लिखा है MySQL एक्सटेंशन यूज करके, वो सारे आपको चेंज करने पड़ेंगे. So you have to change all the extensions. So first we will see this MySQL extension, after that we will see the PDO. Means we will see the both way, and the both is the object oriented. ये क्या करता है, दोनों भी ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड है एंड दोनों ही प्रोसीजरल ओरिएंटेड है. Both the extension, the MySQL extension and the PDO, both is the object oriented and the procedural oriented. So next, how to use the MySQL. So first go to your jam, and here it is the MySQL. In my system, I don't know why it is giving some error to start. It is not working. So if you want to किसी के सिस्टम में जहाँ पे MySQL वर्क कर रहा है, तो if you want to see how to create the table, how to do things in the PHP, तो आप एक काम करो, कोई भी अपना एनीडेक्स का मुझे ये दो लॉगिन, मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ कैसे वर्क करना. अदरवाइज आई एम गोइंग टू यूज द अनदर MySQL और द वर्कबेंच ऑफ द MySQL. क्या करना है आपको, PHP का ही देखना है या फिर वर्कबेंच पे भी चलेगा, कनेक्शन वगैरह या फिर इंसर्ट अपडेट डिलीट. यस. लैपटॉप यूज करते हो आप लोग, लैपटॉप से कनेक्ट हो आप लोग अभी. Actually, my MySQL is not working in my system. MySQL मेरे सिस्टम में वर्क नहीं कर रहा है. सो अगर आप लोग अभी किसी के पास लैपटॉप में अगर MySQL वर्किंग है इन जैम, तो they can join with me on the AnyDesk and I will tell in that. सारे लोग मोबाइल से ही पढ़ रहे हैं या फिर लैपटॉप से भी ज्वाइन है कोई? Okay. Yes, Ashish, in your system also SQL is not starting. Yes, Janvi. आपके लैपटॉप में है जैम्प, है इज देयर जैम्प प्रेजेंट इन योर लैपटॉप? जस्ट चेक योर MySQL इज स्टार्टिंग और नॉट, जस्ट क्लिक ऑन द स्टार्ट. किसी का भी SQL नहीं स्टार्ट हो रहा है? ओके आशीष, आप लैपटॉप से कनेक्ट हो अभी? एनी डेस्क है आपके पास? किसी के पास भी एनी डेस्क है? ओके आशीष, जस्ट anyone can share your index detail. Okay. 168587. Okay, let's go to the jam. यहाँ पे जहाँ पे जो वर्क है, मेरा वॉइस आई थिंक सो. So for starting the SQL in PHP, just go to your browser. Sorry. S- Click the local host. Uh, What is this? Started now. Not this. PHP dashboard is not opening here. This one is not working. There is no dashboard. Okay, just a minute. Season. In your PHP, there is no dashboard. इसमें कहाँ है आशीष आप में? अच्छा। The MySQL extension is click here। जैसे आप लोकल होस्ट डालते हो तो आपका ये PHP डैशबोर्ड ओपन होता है। In the last menu bar, one menu is there, the PHP my admin is there. So just click on the PHP my admin. So this one is the PHP my admin dashboard। ये आपका PHP my admin है। So for creating a new database, you can also create the database by using the query through the PHP code, or you can directly create your database from here also. So for creating database from here, just click on the new, give the database. I'm giving it as a demo. Just create. Done. So your demo database has been created. And in demo, you have to create the tables. So I'm going to create the table. Uh, student, and I'm taking the ID, name, roll number, contact, and the address. Only five. Okay, let's go. So first one is the ID, and ID is always integer type. So we can give the length, or we can leave it as a blank also. So this is the auto increment. I'm going to set it as a auto increment. So your ID must be a primary key, because there is no duplication of the ID will allowed। प्राइमरी की पता है सबको क्या होता है? यस, सबको पता है। व्हाट इज प्राइमरी की? Yes, primary key, unique key, foreign key, so many is there. But what is primary key? What is the use of the primary key? So just primary go. So ID must be a primary key. Then the next is the name and its type is varchar. I have to pass the length. I have to pass 100 name. Then next. Sorry, we cannot give the space in the name. So just use underscore roll number. This is integer type. Next is the contact. So we am going to keep it as a varchar. Length should be 11. Next is the address and it is a varchar. Size is 300. Suppose if you want to increase the columns or the rows, so if you want to add one more, I'm going to add one more code of the email. So just here add go and the next is the email. Email is a varchar type. Size will be 100. Just go and the save. ये जो भी कर रहे हैं हम लोग जैसे कि टेबल क्रिएट करना database create करना creating the database creating the table we can also do it by the coding also हम लोग इसको कोडिंग के थ्रू भी कर सकते हैं ठीक है बट आई एम डूइंग इट डायरेक्टली इन द डेटाबेस हम डायरेक्ट डेटाबेस में कर रहा हूँ मैं if you want to do through the code then you can also write the of the create database or the create table ठीक है नाउ अब क्या करेंगे हम लोग we'll go to the uh, coding section. So I'm going to code in your PC. And jump. Let's do docs. I'm going to create one new folder. And, PHP Database. And I'm going to select this folder. Okay, this. in PHP database there is nothing. So I'm going to create a new folder inside this, and I'm giving name it is a DB. Okay, inside the DB I'm creating one file, and this is a PHP file. So for writing the code, PHP code, we have to start the PHP tag and close it with the question mark angle bracket. I'm just going to save it as a dbconnect.php. So for creating or for checking the connection, first of all we have to check the connection. हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? पहले हमें कनेक्शन चेक करना पड़ेगा कि हमारा डेटाबेस के साथ हमारा जो भी प्रोजेक्ट है वो कनेक्ट हुआ या नहीं. So for creating the connection or for checking the connection, we have to write one code, and that code is a, so I'm writing here dollar con. I'm declaring one variable doctor con dollar con, and there is a one method for creating the connection with the database. That method is mysqli connect. So this is a method for creating the connection with the database. It takes four parameters. First one is the host name, second the username, next password, and the last one is the database name. Okay, so we are going to pass the local because our host name is the local host. Because we are doing on the local host server. So I have to write it inside the single code. Host. This is the first parameter. Next parameter is the username. So normally we are giving the username and password as a root. यस जानवी, आपने इंस्टॉल करते टाइम कुछ सेव किया है क्या? आईडी पासवर्ड डाला है कुछ? ओके, देन इट विल द यूजर आईडी विल बी रूट ऑलवेज. अगर आपने कुछ डाला नहीं है पहले से तो ये बाय डिफॉल्ट रूट होता है, एंड पासवर्ड विल बी ब्लैंक. क्योंकि हमने कुछ पासवर्ड नहीं था वो ब्लैंक होगा, बट नॉर्मली हम लोग रूट डालते हैं पासवर्ड. ओके, इट्स ओके. Okay, if it is there problem in connection, we will check on this. Leave the password as a blank and next give the database name. So our database name is the demo, demo, and just save it. And after that, if connection done means MySQL like connect function returns if the connection is created, then it will return the true. And if connection is not done, established, then it will return the false. So for checking, we have to write and we have to check if sorry if डॉलर कॉन अगर डॉलर कॉन में कुछ वैल्यू है then echo with the message connection successfully, otherwise else in else echo connection not done yet. Let's save it. Go to the browser. Not go. I think so. I think just remove this. So, stay slash your folder name and folder name is the PHP database. Inside that there is a DB. In DB that is the DB connect.php. So just click. So our connection is done. क्या मैसेज दिया कि connection done. So we are connect now we are connected with the database. हम लोग अब database के साथ connect हो चुके हैं. ठीक है. So after that now I'm going to take a new file in PHP database folder and I'm going to design one HTML form. This is the student.php. And that is the head tag. In head there is the title tag. In title, student student registration. ठीक है. Next, body tag, and in body I'm going to give one heading, the registration form, that I'm going to start a form. In form, first is the name. In name, input. Okay, input type is equals to text. Name is equals to name. Sorry. If I want to give the placeholder, enter your name. I'm just going to copy this. After name there is roll number. Just paste there. Just your roll number. First have to give the BR tag. Contact. Text. Skip the name contact. Contact number. The BR tag. The next one the address. For taking the address we are using the text area. Text area name is equals to address. And next, if you want to give the rows 5 calls 5, given the both has a 5. Next one is the email. So control E. Here I'm giving the input type email. Name is equals to email. Enter your email address. Okay. So this BR tag. Here also BR tag. So give one more BR here. After this, there is a one input type submit. Name is equals to submit. Small. No placeholder. Here is the value is equals to submit. Okay, just save it. So this is your form for running this and to open one another page. I'll just do it here. Stude, sorry, dot php. So this is your registration form. Just increase the columns. Just 15. This simple HTML form. If you want to, if you अगर आपको कुछ इसमें CSS या फिर एडिटिंग करना है, then you can give, or you can directly use the bootstrap. अगर bootstrap यूज किया होता तो वो modified होता वो. So after this, so this is your form. Now I'm going to give uh, in form there are some attributes. First one is the action. In action we are giving in or at which page we have to send the values. So I'm going to send it in a db inside the db folder that insert dot php, and the method is equals to post. Uh, Now we are not doing any file uploading or the image uploading. That's why we cannot, we can give or we cannot give that enc type attribute. अगर हम लोग फाइल अपलोडिंग करते हैं अदरवाइज और इमेज अपलोडिंग करते हैं तो then we have to use that enc type attribute in enc type. So we डाल ही देते हैं हम लोग enc type multi part slash form data. So ये हमारा html साइट कंप्लीट हो गया, फॉर्म कंप्लीट हो गया. Next we have, I'm going to take one new file in db, and this is the php code. For starting the php we have to write it in the php tag, control s, insert dot php. So for using or for inserting, we have to use that connection. Here's our one page na, that dbconnect.php. So the connection variable for inserting, we have to use this connection variable. So for using this, I'm going to comment this. So for using this connection variable, first of all, we have to include that page in our insert.php page. So for including that page, we have to use that include underscore once single quotes semicolon inside the single quotes dbconnect.php. Done. Next, we have to accept all the variable which we are sending that from the student.php पे. इस पेज से हम लोग ये वैल्यूज सेंड कर रहे हैं नेम रोल नंबर कॉन्टैक्ट एड्रेस एंड ईमेल by using the post method. So for accepting that or storing that variable in the variable, we have to use the which super global variable we have to use. कौन सा सुपर ग्लोबल वेरिएबल यूज करेंगे हम लोग? Yes, post. So for storing the name, I'm declaring one variable name, and inside I have to store dollar underscore post in subscript single quotes. I have to write the text box name. So not here. Next one is the role dollar underscore post subscript single quotes that role. Next one is the contact is equals to dollar underscore post that subscript single quotes inside the contact and the semicolon. After that address dollar underscore post that subscript inside that single quotes. Uh, this is not working. Hello. think this some internet issue comes in Janvi's laptop. Okay. Okay. Just leave. जानवी के पीसी में कुछ आई थिंक सो सम नेटवर्क इशू इज देयर सो आई एम गोइंग टू मिस जैसे उसमें टेबल क्रिएट किए थे हम लोग ना सब कुछ किए थे सो आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दैट वर्कbench in my PC. So workbench. I have to write all the codes again in my PC. There's one demo is here, I think. Inside table, there is a student. I have to see name, class, contact, address. I'm going to add one more column inside my column. Same thing. The setting. I'm going to one more column here. Email. So this is my table. हेलो am I audible to everyone ना सबको आवाज आ रही है मेरी ना uh, no we cannot use that jamp in our 000 web host server. Jamp is only for the local host, not for the server. Okay, again I have to write all the codes. So for just create one folder db inside db I'm going to the new file. I'm going to write the PHP in this PHP to use the connection code con is equals to mysqli connect, and this we have to pass localhost, sorry, root. मैंने अपने पीसी में पासवर्ड दिया है, सो आई एम गिविंग पासवर्ड हियर. आप लोगों ने अगर पासवर्ड कुछ नहीं दिया होगा तो लीव इट एज ए ब्लैंक. एंड द डेटाबेस नेम demo. I'm going to check $con, then echo successfully save it as a db connect.php. So this is the db connect. I'm going to check the connection. For checking the connection, we have to use the localhost slash demo slash db slash db connect.php. So I think so connection is not done. And the else, oh sorry, here the question mark is missing. Now just check if on line 3. So where is if on line 3? Here is the semicolon is missing. No connection could be made because the target machine activity refused in on line 2. So this, not this. It's a demo. Okay. If I'm leaving it as a blank, then it's not working. Just a minute. Sorry, error in connection. What is the error? It is not working in my PC. I think I have changed my port numbers for starting the jam MySQL. That's why it is not working. So in jam, there's the PHP. Control S. I have changed my port number for. I'm just checking why my SQL is not working. My Jamp SQL is not working. At the checking time, I have changed my all the port numbers. That's why it is not working. Where is the MySQL? In MySQL also is there. In bin, in my 3306. 3306. So now I think now it will work. Just stop once the server. Let's restart it. Start. Just check the local host. Yeah, it is working now. Yes, now. Yes, connection done successfully. I have changed the port number, that's why it's giving the error. Now connection is done. Next, we have to insert. So for inserting, we have to make one page. And here we have the extern.php. In extern, we have the form. So I'm just going to use that form. I'm going to use this form. Just removing this. And I'm going to use this form. And is going to send it in the db slash insert.php. Sorry, PHP already it's there. The name, email is there, contact is there. After name, there is the roll number. There is the roll number. Name is the roll. Next one is the after roll, there is the contact. So I'm going to put the contact before control X. After roll number, there is the contact, and there is the address. In address, I have used the text area. So for using the text area, name is equals to address rows 5 calls 15. So this is my form. हमारा form ready हो गया. So now we have to go inside the DB and we have to create one new file, the PHP file for writing the insertion code. And for first of all, we have to include that DB connect file. So I am including the DB connect file here. I'm going to save it. Insert.php. So this is my the next we have to accept all the values. So for accepting, I think I have accepted it here. So I'm going to copy it from here. I'm just going to copy these from there and I'm going to paste it here. So we name, email, contact is done. After contact, we need two more for the roll number and the address. So next one is the roll. The name is the roll. Next one is the address. And this is the so we can use the post or request both. So just use the post here. Underscore post underscore post underscore post underscore post. So I have accepted all the values which we are sending from the form. Form some of this just says send name, roll number, contact, address, and the email. These two things we are sending. Let's copy this B and B. I'm going to just V. Here is the two. So just remove this. So inside the demo, that is the extern.php. So this is my form. This is the form. ये हमारा form है. And we are sending all the values, all 5 values. And after sending this, we are accepting all these in my insert.php page. So for inserting, we have to write the query. Okay. What is the query for the insert, or what is the insert query? Insert query क्या होता है? What is the query for insert values in the database? Just tell me. What is the query for the inserting the database? Inserting the values in the database. Query क्या है वो? So I'm going to write. So I'm just taking one variable dollar query for storing. There are two or three methods. If you are search, अगर आप लोग online search करते हो, तो there is two or three methods for inserting and means for writing the queries or for executing the queries. There are two or three methods in PHP. I am using this method, someone used the other method, and someone used the other method. Just don't get confused. So there are two or three methods are there for inserting the or for executing the query. So the query for insert is the insert into that table name. What is my table name? Table name is the student, and the column names. So the first column is the name. Then I think so. What is the next? Just cut this inside demo. The tables, student, name. Oh, there is no roll number. Okay, just insert. I'm going to insert one more column. Name class. So just change the class as a roll number. Roll underscore number. So the name, roll number, contact address, and the email. So just go to the code name. Next is the roll number. Next is the contact. Then address, and the last one is the email. This is the sequence: name, roll number, contact address, and the email. So after this, after giving the columns name, we have to pass the values. हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? अब वैल्यूज पास करने पड़ेंगे. So for passing the values, insert का हमारा query क्या होता है? Insert into table name, that in bracket column name, then values, and we have to pass the values for all those columns. So next we have to pass the, so for passing the variables, we have to use the, have to pass those all variables in the single quotes. ये single quotes आपको देना ही पड़ेगा. If you missed any single quotes, then it will give an error. ये error देगा अगर आपने ये single quotes miss किया तो. So the first one is the dollar name, again comma, then again single quotes. Next one is the roll. After that again comma, again single quotes, contact, again comma, again single quotes. Next one is the address, and then last it is the email. This is the query. We have wrote the query to insert the values in the student table. हमने query लिख दिया. So after this, for executing this query, there is one method. Doll. I'm just taking one variable run for running this query or for executing this query. There is for executing the query. There is one method mysqli underscore query. In this query, I am passing this. It takes two variables. MySQLi underscore query is used to execute that query or to run that query, and it takes two variables. First, it takes two parameters. First parameter is that connection variable, means or the connection code, which is present in the dbconnect.php. After the con, the next, sorry, the next one is this query variable, the variable in which we are storing the query. So done. And next is the, now we are going to check, because it also returns if insertion is done. अगर insert हुआ value, so it will return the true, otherwise it will return false. So I'm going to check if, sorry, if dollar $run is equal to true, अगर इसमें true है, then it will print echo record inserted successfully. Okay. Otherwise, it will print else echo error in insertion. ठीक है. Next, let's go to the browser and just check it is running or not. Just refresh this. Put the name. It's going to be Vikas. Roll number 1. Contact. The address. Pune. Email. And submit. This gives and the error in insertion. Let's go and check in the database. Is that record inserted or not? To know. No record is inserted. Name, roll number, contact, and the email. What is giving an error? Let's go to the code and just check. So query insert into student. Just go to there. So student. Let me check. Is this first ID is the auto increment? Yes, ID is the auto increment. Next name, roll number, contact, address, and the email. So this name, then roll number, then contact, then address, then email. Name, dollar roll, dollar contact, dollar address, and the dollar email. So what I'm just going to print the query echo dollar query just for checking it all the values are सारे values आ रहे हैं या नहीं आ रहे हैं for checking this submit insert into student name roll number contact address email first सारे values तो आ रहे हैं what is okay SERT here is the error query right wrong लिखा था मैंने the spelling of insert is wrong so just go back and just submit here insert it successfully then go to the database and just check is record inserted yes record has inserted successfully so this is the code for the insertion ये आप जरूरी नहीं कि मैं वर्कबेंच यूज कर रहा हूँ तो वर्कबेंच के साथ ही ठीक है अगर आप PHP का भी अगर SQL यूज करते हो so with that you can also write the same code उसके लिए आपको ये सेम कोड ही लिखना पड़ेगा कोड में कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं है कुछ भी अलग नहीं है सेम कोड उसके लिए भी वर्क करेगा सेम कोड इसके लिए भी वर्क करता है बिकॉज बोथ आर द माई एसक्यूएल्स दोनों ही माई एसक्यूएल है कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं है दोनों में भी ठीक है सो दैट्स इट